Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome to WTF,
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
our posting schedule.
I am Aubin and Ella, the author of The Second Nature of Indigo, which is a historical fiction inverted coming-of-age novel, which we did a book tea episode on. It was our first book tea episode by accident. So you can always go watch that video in our playlist or up above.
Yes. Your chair is very squeaky.
I will try. I will endeavor to not squeak the chair.
My name is Mariella May. I have no released books. I'm so sorry. I have a short story up on the Night King Press page.
Yes, which we will link in description.
But I have no published books. But I'm currently working on a fantasy duology. Yes. We are deep in the editing stage of, and more news for that will be hopefully coming very soon. Forthcoming. So this is book tea in this lovely teapot. We have a very small, shockingly, very small list of books that we both have read and both have enjoyed. Also, other news of when we're not going to be doing that is when we are going to have book tea, spoilers included. So that is going to be basically our book club. We will post, it'll be at the end of each month.
Yep.
And we will post at the beginning of each month what book we're going to be doing. So if you would like to read it and then enjoy.
Participate.
Yeah.
Then you can.
We would love to hear your comments.
Yeah.
Or hear you on the Discord, which we will be putting up on Valentine's Day.
Yay!
It might be up by the time you are watching this.
Yes.
So
All right.
I think...
You gotta shake it for me. Shake, 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 shake.
My darling.
Let's go with 1986.
Yeah, so these are all card catalogs, cutouts. So they have different things written on it. We usually say what's going on the cover of the card.
It's boxes. A gift. 4058-9/AC boxes.
Nice.
It's Purple Hyacinth!
This is technically not a book.
But it is one of our absolute favorites. So
this is a webtoon, so it's a comic. It is brilliant. First of all,
absolute
Webtoon is free, and it is free on Webtoon, so you have no excuse.
Unless
you don't have a digital...
unless you aren't allowed on platforms like Webtoon, which is understandable.
That is understandable.
But definitely go into it with the expectation of not reading most. There are tons of lots of bad stuff. On
Webtoon. Webtoon is hit or miss.
Yeah, but this
Purple Hyacinth
is a hit. Oh, does it hit?
Oh, yeah.
And let's get into it because...
First of all,
okay.
I'm going to say things that, just overarching things. One, art. Lovely. Sometimes the backgrounds are 3D models and less pretty, but, I mean, the artist is currently, going through physical therapy because she overworked herself. So...
Oh, yes.
We're fine with digital.
Yes.
3D model backgrounds. Secondly, music. It has... timed music and sound
on most of the episodes. Okay, so we should probably explain what a webtoon is real quick. So if you've never heard of webtoons and you don't know what they are, it is
webcomics.
It is a scrollable comic. Basically, you read it vertically and you just scroll, and it can have music that is timed with the
episode
visuals.
And so the creator, well, one of the creators, the artist and musician that makes all the things, Dead Sophism, not dead. That's just her handle.
Yes.
Is amazing. First of all, she's made music for other webtoons that we love.
Like School Bus Graveyard. And
other popular ones like Lore Olympus, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe. She's done a lot. Art, beautiful. Sound, music, gorgeous. Characters.
Story!
Oh! Okay, so if you like...
We could do
the vibes of it.
Spoilers included.
We could.
Just about Purple Hyacinth. Then I would have an excuse to read it for the third
fourth time.
Well, I think, I cherry pick moments sometimes. I'm like, oh man, I need to go back and just re-experience this scene.
Christmas party.
Christmas party.
So, okay, some base things that it's about.
Yes.
One, it's about like a semi-fantasy post. It's hard to describe. It's has that royally castle aesthetic, but it also has that almost steampunk. It's also a city, so it has, and it's modern. It's not fully modern.
It's not fully modern.
There are no,
and it's not fully Victorian. It's like in the grey area. The general premise is that an assassin and a detective, semi-detective, must team up and work from both sides of the law to conquer this
evil organization.
That is corrupting this city. And also the government's kind of corrupt. So, you got the government who's bad, and then you got the terrorists who are also bad. So,
And there are so many angles. You get so many different perspectives. There are so many different storylines. There are several romantic storylines.
They're all so good.
One of which is a sapphic love story. So if that's your vibe, also in there. What? The pink-haired girl.
Oh, yes.
I'm like, how do I say this without spoiling?
Yes. Okay.
So, yeah. And, there's also a gay one as well. Anyway, it's so beautiful. So many great storylines. You'll never get bored. Never, ever get bored.
Never.
And you're never going to be like, oh, well, I didn't like that. It's like, well, don't worry. There's so much more to love.
Well, yeah. I'd say one thing that really struck me as I was reading Purple Hyacinth was every time I was worried they were going to do this thing, I was like, oh, man, I can see it coming. I hate that kind of thing. It didn't happen. And then it was usually just so much better and what I wanted. I didn't even know that I wanted it, and then it happened the way out. And sometimes they know what you want and they don't give it to you. And just when you think you know what's about to happen, you don't. And you want something to happen and it doesn't. And we're still waiting for season 3.
But it's okay. We respect
the artist can take as long as she wants to recover and get better. And
love you, Dead Sophism.
She's queen.
Yeah.
All right,
so good.
So many things. Oh.
Also hilarious.
It's so funny.
If you're like, oh, this sounds intense and heavy, it is at times. And it's very gory. So if you don't do well with like violence.
They have trigger warnings on the worst episodes, but in general, there are quite... Anyway, watch, your tolerance.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
And really sad, which I love. I love sad things.
It's got all the feels.
And the music is so perfect.
I listened to the music today.
You can find the music on Spotify. It's just go to Dead Sophism on Spotify. You'll see.
Or Purple Hyacinth,
Purple Hyacinth. Yeah, there's a lo-fi. She has a lo-fi album or like EP. I don't know. It's so good. I love it so much. Anyway, beautiful.
Oh man. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. I was just going to say, if you're younger, might not be the thing for you.
But you could always enjoy it later.
Yeah.
It just means that you have good entertainment to look forward to in the future. And as you'll come to realize, that's so nice. It's comforting. Even when you're not enjoying that content, just to know that there's something good out there for you eventually later.
That was me with, all the time before I watched Stranger Things. I was like,
Yeah.
Because you watched it when I was, 12.
Yeah.
And Mom and Dad were like...
No, not even.
11?
No, you were 12.
I was 12?
Yeah.
Mom and Dad were like, okay, hold off on that. And I was like,
yeah.
Okay. And now I watch it. That's great.
Okay, let's get into it. Let's talk about our favorite couple. Okay. We differ on our favorite couple.
Kiwi.
So obviously,
Kiwi
my favorite is Loki, which is Lauren and Kieran.
I was gonna say we're not gonna say which characters.
Oh no, they're set up as a couple, prospective couple. Episode 1.
That is true. Oh yeah. Also, if you read episode 1 to 5 and you're like, this sounds cringy. Okay, yes, it's a little cringy, especially at the beginning.
They were kind of falling into their style, and I would say don't knock it until episode 40. Even though that sounds like a lot, you binge it really, really fast.
Also, these episodes are long. Okay, first of all, again, going back to if you don't know what a webtoon is, webtoons episodes are kind of like chapters, I guess.
A little bit, yeah.
But episodes can be whatever length the creator wants them to be.
So sometimes they're literally just a panel with some webtoons. Not Purple Hyacinth, though. Sometimes they are long. Which is also amazing. So another one who I would say has similar episode length is Space Boy, which is also in here and is also really, really good. And we'll talk about it another time.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it another time. For now, we're talking about our dear friends Kieran and Lauren, and just gets better and better, really.
It's funny because Lauren is so similar to Aubin, and I am very similar to Kim, which is another character, my favorite character. Love her so much.
Oh my gosh, and Lauren are best buds.
How Kim is introduced
is genius. It's
just Kim.
Oh if you ever want to know, like, I have heard this tip that's like, introduce your character in the most them way possible so that that first impression is super solid.
And then with the training that happens right after that.
I know.
Oh, Kim.
Yes. Kim is
the guys are great too.
Why are these romances so good? Particularly Loki and Kiwi. Because they balance each other.
Are we gonna say who Kiwi is?
Yes, Kim and Will.
Kim and Will.
You know, we shipped them from the beginning, so it's not exactly a surprise, I'd say.
But they're both romances of the main couples are slow burns.
Oh yeah, no,
don't slow. If you like,
it's not like a normal webtoon.
You're not gonna get it.
You get instant gratification? There's no instant gratification. There's barely any gratification at all, but it's
so slow. It's so good though.
Oh,
we love it. We love it even when it's slow.
Oh yeah.
We love it for its slowness. Sometimes, and we also sometimes hate it for its slowness.
Yes. Another just brilliant thing they do is the balance of all their plot lines, and there are a lot of them. There are a lot of subplots, and they are just so delicately balanced. You never have time to get super tired of one before another thing is introduced, and then so good.
Also, all the arcs.
It's particularly the factory arc.
The factory
and
arc.
You'll know.
And I would say kind of mini arc. But the circus mini arc, I really loved that.
Yes.
There are so many elements.
It also has circus in it, and if I needed another reason to love it.
There are so many elements.
Oh,
like you will find a vibe in it. You like.
Oh, and the vibe is so flushed out. It's in everything.
Vibe? Do you like circus vibe? Do you like police officer? Do you like office vibe? Do you like?
Oh, it's got the office vibes, but also the assassin vibes.
It has all the vibes. It is the most vibey thing.
So good. And it's. Man, I opened my mouth before I had a specific idea.
It's just, Please go read it if you are of a proper age to enjoy it.
Also, the creator always has, there are webtoon notes by the creator at the end of each episode. Please read Sophism's notes. I did that. Could not recommend it more. She's hilarious.
Also, just, if you love it, follow Sophism on Instagram and other stuff.
And Ephemerys. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, I hope.
The other creator.
The two creators.
They're so fun. They're both.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Man.
We usually give them a rating out of 10.
10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Cannot
recommend it more.
Alrighty. Let's do one more.
Let's do another one.
What do we have here? We have 32 cam fly bottom of.
Wait, what does the back say?
It says words. Alrighty.
Oh my gosh, guys! It's a webtoon episode.
It's a webtoon episode.
This is the webtoon episode, guys. We got
Diner for Adas.
This is Ella's Is it your favorite webtoon?
No, School Bus Graveyard is.
Oh, okay.
So this is my ranking. School Bus Graveyard. If you know, you know. Diner for Adas. If you know, you know. Purple Hyacinth. Okay. We just told you.
Okay. Mine would be Purple Hyacinth, Space Boy.
Space Boy, really? I mean, I love Space Boy, but
Purple Hyacinth, Space Boy, Diner for Adas. No, probably School Bus Graveyard and then Diner for Adas.
It's not even on the podium. But Diner for Adas.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you just want to feel all the cozy romance vibes.
It's not as dangerous as Purple Hyacinth.
But you still want
not that many trigger warnings.
Of like urban fantasy. Yeah. You want some of that just like just a little some
it's sweet outside. But not boring.
Yeah, they're like little
mini arcs,
missions.
I'd say it feels kind of like a little TV show.
It does.
It
super
feels
sweet.
like a cute TV show.
Yeah, like there are some, mini arcs that they have to do, but there's this overarching romance that's slowly burning. Slowly. So basically, overall premise is our main character
Is cursed
by, I won't tell you what by.
Yeah.
But anyway, she has to work at this diner to pay off the curse's debt. And so, enter our main lovable male character. And he's like, well, I'm going to help you. And I'm going to also work for this diner. So they work for this diner together to pay off her debt.
It's small restaurant vibes.
It's small. If you want
restaurant
like a
colleague
cozy
vibes.
cafe, but it's actually a restaurant.
And there are other
the
vibes.
cool thing about our main male character is that he, although not cursed, is a slightly magical creature.
Yes.
So in this world, basically like ghost stories and mythology are real. Mm-hmm. And so our main female character is Japanese American, and our main male character is Mexican American?
No, I thought he was
He's from Central America.
He's from Central America? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Because all were-jaguars come from Central America.
Right. That's a Mesoamerican.
He is from a ancient
Right.
tribe of were-jaguars. This isn't a huge spoiler. You learn this in like the first 4 episodes.
Yeah.
And so he, unlike a werewolf, can turn into a were-jaguar at any time.
Yes.
Anyway. So it follows their adventures.
Oh, and he's also not like a stereotypical werewolf guy.
Yeah, no, he's not he's not an alpha male. He's very soft. He's a cute guy. He's a sweet little man. So the diner they work at is actually like a magical diner because it's like, she was cursed to work at this diner, obviously. It's not just like
some diner.
this isn't Waffle House. So at this diner they meet, well, it's Diner for Adas, which is the
name of the creature.
It's just like the
magical system of...
Yeah. She, especially at the beginning, refers to them as, I think, yokai, which is the Japanese word for them. I think she calls them yokai. She might call them something else. I'll put it up on the screen if it's something else. So it just follows their little adventures through this magical world. It's cozy, it's cute, it's romantic. Yeah. It has all the things. It's... and you can read it so quickly. Like, I reread it in, I read it, first of all, for the first time in, a day and a half.
Yeah.
And,
I just remembered a different webtoon that we have to put in here if we don't already have it, Blind Prince. I think Blind Prince is even more favorite for me than Diner for Adas. Blind Prince for me is better than Diner for Adas. But we are talking about Diner for Adas right now, and we will have an episode about Blind Prince eventually.
That's hard.
I know.
I love them both. They're very different.
They're very super different. So they can be both favorite, but in different ways.
Diner is okay, I just want to chill out and read something cute.
Yeah, Blind Prince, I wouldn't say is as relaxing as Diner. Diner is more cozy.
I would say that Blind Prince is a thing that you do, like reading a fantasy book. You get into the world. Diner, it's you can just pop in. It's a vibe. You just enter the diner and then enter this beautiful little journey.
And they've got the little uniforms on, and there's a cute little story that'll probably end in about an arc or so. A short arc.
Yeah, all the arcs are pretty short. So if you're ever this seems kind of boring, it'll be over in an episode. Yeah. So I don't actually find any of the arcs really boring.
There are a few I don't love as much, but it's okay. They end quickly, and the overarching story and the jokes, the humor in there is also pretty good.
Pretty great.
It's much more chill than Purple Hyacinth humor.
So if you, this one I would suggest for any age over
12.
No, I mean I feel 9. You could be reading this.
Yeah, I guess so.
Anyway, it's cute. It doesn't have anything really. I mean, there
are mentions, but you probably just it's fine.
So, yeah.
We're not to be held responsible for suggesting any of these books to you.
Go watch it on your own authority.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the right term? I don't know. Anyway, it's cute. It's lovable. The characters are sweet. The art gets significantly better.
Yes, it does. So quickly. Ella was like, oh my gosh, read this webtoon. And I started it and I was like,
the art's Okay.
Like,
it gets great.
But it does get so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very different vibes. If you're ready to go into an epic adventure, you just want all the feels.
Chills,
you want it to be
thrills.
dramatic. You want it to be everything, just so punch in the face.
Yeah.
Read Purple Hyacinth. If you just want to chill out, just want to have a cute, fluffy, lovable, adorable romance, just you can reread it also. I've reread it like 4 times. So if you're just like, I just want a comfort story that I can keep rereading. Diner.
Also, Diner is actively coming out right now. Yeah. We are waiting on episodes currently. So it's going to keep going. So if you catch up, then you can be a part of it coming out currently.
Which is so super fun. It's so fun.
Eventually, hopefully, one day that'll happen at the right time for us with Purple Hyacinth again. Yeah. But for now, there's plenty of Purple Hyacinth for you to read. There's a ton. I think it's like over 100 episodes.
There is much less Diner out. First of all, Diner episodes are much shorter than Purple Hyacinth episodes. And there are less of them.
There's the perfect length for, I think, what a Diner episode would be. Like, Diner has its own episode length, and that's exactly what Diner needs to be.
Yeah, very different vibes. If you want an adult dramatic or like modern fantasy, not fantasy, modern.
It's not exactly fantasy. I would say it's mystery or thriller.
Yeah, it's like a thing.
And then
Purple Hyacinth. If you
just
want
rom-com,
cozy, casual rom-com, then Diner. So both lovely vibes. We both enjoy both.
I believe it's called
wholesome vibes for Diner. So Purple Hyacinth isn't exactly wholesome.
It's whole emotions,
whole life without a W.
Hole in your soul.
Yeah, we both love those. Wow, webtoon episode.
I know. It's so funny how that happens sometimes. We had 2 historical books in one, and then yeah, you can watch all of them. We are trying to figure out. Apparently, somehow some of our episodes are getting put only on adult or like 18 plus. We don't know why. There's nothing explicit. Nothing done. They're all just like this, basically.
Yeah. So we don't know why. We'll hopefully get that figured out. But if you are a kid account, I guess you can watch whatever ones we do have available. Sorry. But, if you're an adult account, you get all the things.
Enjoy them all.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for being here. Yeah. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.